My son needs a new bigger bed, but because space is at a premium in his room, I always have to think multi-purpose functionality and vertical construction. Today, I'm taking his 10-year-old dresser and updating it into a new multi-purpose dresser and platform bed better suited to how much he's grown over the years. To see how I do this, stay tuned. The dresser I'm going to be using as the base of this platform bed is made of 3 individual boxes. The dresser boxes are screwed together box to box from the inside of each box. The first thing I'll have to do is remove all the drawers to get to these screws, so let's get started. Removing the drawers from the box is pretty easy. The drawer slides that support the drawer have little levers on them that can be pressed to allow the drawer to slide all the way out and detach from the slides. What will take a lot of time is emptying the drawers. Each drawer has a lot of stuff that needs to be removed first. Even with 2 people, the drawer would be too heavy to detach without first removing its contents. Also, detaching the drawer by myself can be a little tricky and needs to be done one step at a time. With the drawers removed, you can see the screws that hold the dresser boxes together. I'll take the screws out so I can separate the boxes and reconfigure them in the shape of the platform bed. So here are the separated dresser boxes. I'm only going to use 2 for the platform, but we'll have to add an extension to make up for the mattress's width. To create the platform, I'm going to screw the boxes together side by side. These screws are the only thing holding 2 really heavy boxes together, so I'm going to use quite a few screws. Instead of casters to roll the platform across the floor, I picked up furniture moving slides to permanently mount under the platform. I'm going to glue them in place using a small amount of goop. You're watching me do the last of 8 slides. There are 4 slides spread out evenly along each of the long sides, about 1 inch in from the edge. A drawback of using such a large dresser as a platform is the potential for permanent sag along the top of the dresser box. To help prevent this, I'm screwing in these strips of wood I got from some scrap furniture. I like using wood from furniture because I find it's stiffer and straighter than the average piece of lumber. Right now, the dresser box top is long enough to fit most mattresses, but it's not wide enough. To fix this, I'm going to add an extension wide enough to allow for a twin-sized mattress. To make this as simple as possible, I'm going to use shelving brackets and a plank of 1x16 pine to create the extension. Here's a time-lapse of the extension work. One problem was the plank was too long for my table saw, so I had to cut it to length by hand. Cutting it to 14 inches wide was also a challenge, but I was barely able to cut the plank 1/2 of the length at a time. Also, because the shelving brackets are not visible, I did not measure where they should be mounted. It should be fine to space them out visually to what looks evenly spaced. What I'm doing here is adding some additional screws to the top of the bracket for support. A single screw on the bracket didn't seem very reliable, so I decided to add screws on each side and slightly above for additional support. If you feel the need, you can add corner brackets to keep the mattress on the platform. For myself, I'm not, because sticking the bed in the corner of the bedroom should make up for not having that feature. I had to do slight patching of some torn off plies, but wood putty and some paint made quick work of that. This was a simple project. The only thing that made it a challenge was the size and weight of the parts involved. This is the first of my bed frame projects. Now that my son has a new bed, I now want one too. I'm going to be planning and constructing a platform bed made from PVC, so stay tuned for that. That's all I have for now, and I'll catch you in the next video.